Good morning. My early years and how it impacted me. I grew up in Calabar. I did my primary school in Calabar, secondary school further Calabar, and afterwards I went to University of Uru. My early years was a struggle. I always call my early years a struggle because I came out from a family where everyone was super intelligent. I had a sister and a brother who I had to compete with. My sister would always come second, third. My brother would always come first. And here I am always coming 15, 20. And my parents would always say, you're not serious. And somehow it had a way of dampening my spirit. It always made me feel less of myself. And then that actually was one of the things that shaped me into the person I am today. As I grew into the woman I became, I always didn't want to fail. And putting my temperament into consideration, I'm a choleric. A choleric is a go-getter, so I always wanted to go get every opportunity. It made me want to push limits. Where people think you can't go, I always wanted to go through those doors because I wanted to break off from that mindset of always doing less. Definitely they are my parents. My parents would take the discipline, but compassion, my dad would take that. And personality, I give it to one of my mentors then, Uncle Yemi. Uncle Yemi would always come to me and tell me, you can do these things. It doesn't take anything to do it. In my down days, Uncle Yemi was always there. I had aunties, yes, but Uncle Yemi was an educationist who always felt that I was better than where I was. And that was one of the persons that really shaped my personality to who I am today. I read law. First and foremost, I want to take you back to memory lane. I didn't read law because that's what I wanted as a child. I remember I had admissions first year to read theatre arts, and I took the result to my dad and I told him, Daddy, I got admission to read theatre arts, and in my dad's voice, you train yourself. So I knew I couldn't train myself and I had to be trained by somebody. So I had to go back and write JAM. After writing JAM, I got the opportunity to read law in the University of Uru. Should I say I was excited? No. In my early days, I always told myself, I will finish reading the law and I'll take the certificate to my dad and go back and do theatre arts. But did I do that? No, I didn't. Why didn't I do that? As I grew up, I understood the power of the law and the power it will give me to rule the world. So I decided to make the best out of what I didn't like. So growing into my adult self, I had to do better. When I went to Nigerian law school was an eye-opener for me. I saw people of power, people who had done great things. They had finished their first degree, yet they came back to read law. And I asked myself one question: why did these people leave the old journey to read the second journey? And then I was able to understand that law is not just the courtroom. Law gives you power, it gives you a voice, it gives you presence. So I told myself, now I need power, I need presence to make impact. So I decided to turn my mind and then make good use of my opportunity. How has it helped me further? Law has also made me, today I run an advocacy for girls, and I think it's the thing I got from law. Law gives you a right to give a voice to others. When people feel oppressed, I feel pain to see people oppressed. depressed. So I always want to jump in and see how I can help. And I think that was what law helped to shape my mind too. And then the courtroom, I remember because of the fright of feeling I'm incompetent, I always wanted to avoid the courtroom. But 4 years into the ministry, I discovered that without the courtroom, I will not be able to ascertain that personality I want. So I told myself, it's time to jump into the courtroom. Trust me, the courtroom has been a definer for me. Appearing before the judges made me boost my confidence. Going to the Supreme Court, it overboosted my confidence. And today, I feel achieved as a lawyer. And I'm grateful to God for the journey of 20 years. Thank you very much. Like I told you earlier, I always loved creativity. Creativity was part of me from childhood. Fashion was what I always loved. So when I couldn't read theater arts as a person, I decided to look for the arts that fits me, and fashion was that thing. Styling was a great thing for me. It resonated with me. So what did I do? When I finished, as I was going to school, because I needed to enjoy what I was doing, I started learning how to sew. It actually just started like a normal hobby, and when I graduated, before I got into the Ministry of Justice, I went back to improve myself. I still remember when I came into Abuja, I didn't have a job, and I told my husband, I said, I want to go to Gariki Market and learn how to sew. And he looked at me and said, a lawyer going to learn how to sew in Gariki Market, don't you know your worth? I said, if you don't go to the grassroots to learn these things, you will never learn it the way the grassroots understands it. You will keep paying the grassroots to learn from them, to work for you. So I want to go there and learn from a lot of people. And trust me, I might not have sat down to do the whole sewing thing to make so much money from it, but that experience shaped my mind. I can relate with tailors, I can relate with anybody, I can relate with the smallest of people in the society. Because going there, in short, I remember my boss would tell me, Abdul would tell me, don't sweep. I'll say, no, why won't I sweep? If I don't, those who come to you, they sweep in your office. And it's like, you're madam. I said, no, I'm not madam. I came to learn. And because I did all that, everybody was willing to open their books to me. I learned a lot. I understand weaving, I understand beading, I understand the art of embroidery, because people were there doing those different things. And because I was learning from a lot of people, not just the person I went to pay money to, because of my personality, I was able to learn from every other person. And I think that was one of the success of the profession for me. And because of that, the fashion industry for me wasn't just all about for me. I used it to empower others. I have a lot of girls who I've met along my journey. I encourage them, what do you do for a living? If I find you don't do anything, I send you. Do you want to do nails? Do you want to do hair? What do you want to do? I get you into those areas just to equip you and also make you understand that you are just better than the certificate you own. Thank you. How was my background in law? Okay. Law has taught me how to do business. In law, there is business law, so we understand the ethics of law, of business, through business law. So in business, I've understood how to manage people, how to develop myself, on how to treat people the way it's to be fair, and justice should always be given to everybody at every time. You know, when you work with artisans, sometimes you understand that these people they don't understand so much. What little they understand is what they know on the street. But when you bring them into your space, you need to give them the benefit of doubt to evolve. So because I'm a lawyer, I understand that fairness should be given to them. I should also let them explore and make their mistakes. So law has helped me to understand people better and help them to explore themselves better than I would have if I didn't understand the ethics.